Well, one of us was a former weekend news reporter at a small station in Market 184. The other was a weekend sports anchor at that very same station. One of us went on to be a superstar sportscaster. The other went on to be, well, still mired in mediocrity. I'll let you guess who is who. Ladies and gentlemen, Rece Davis, the host of ESPN College Game Day. Great to see you, my friend.
It's great to see you too, Mike. Yeah. I mean, you're a wildly talented dude, and
whatever.
This is really unusual to be on TV with you, and I'm actually getting to talk. In the past, it was always, hey, why don't you run the camera for me?
Yeah, Rece, wrap it up. I got stuff to talk about. Seriously, though, I know it's not your first rodeo here on the Quad hosting Game Day. But what are your thoughts and emotions? Because you're doing it right where you used to walk to class.
I mean, it's great, Mike. I mean, to come back here and to be able to be part of this show, which is, I feel like, is the best job in television because of my passions and the things that I love with college football and the ability to do TV, it's sort of a combination studio event type of feel. And to do it here in a place that's really been important to me over the years, both from an educational standpoint and relationship standpoint. Absolutely. It's a lot of fun to come back for sure. When
you talk with this is obviously a huge game, when you talk to the analysts on the show, obviously it's a small sample size with Jalen Milroe leading Alabama. What are their thoughts on this year's Alabama team?
I think it remains to be seen. I think there's a feeling that they're trying to reestablish their identity as a bully, something that's been lost. A lot of, you've seen it, you see them all the time, sometimes short yardage, being able to run the ball when they have to, hasn't been as successful the last few years. And Bryce Young covered a multitude of offensive woes and sins last year. And they're trying to reestablish the fact that they can bully you when they need to. Now we'll find out if that's true. Texas, meanwhile, needs a breakthrough game. They're 3-6 on the road under Sark. They lost a bunch of one-possession games again last year, and they need a breakthrough, and they feel like they have the personnel to do it. I mean, Pete Thamel and I have been talking. A lot of NFL scouts say that Texas has more draftable players on their roster than Alabama does. So certainly the roster is built to come in and get this type of win. Doing it in this atmosphere against this team that I think is a little aggravated with the way they're perceived. It also shows their excellence that they're aggravated and they're ranked in the top 5 in the country. But it's you got to have some perspective here. But they're trying to, I think, reestablish that bully ball identity.
For those who don't know, he's a multi-sport star from the Shoals area, the pride of the Shoals area, and you've loved college football for years. You've covered it now for years, and the evolution of the game, it's constantly happening. When you think about the direction of college football, what are your thoughts?
It's professional football. And that doesn't mean we have to lose the nostalgia and the tradition and the things that tie the fans to it. But it's been professional a long time. When you and I were coming through here, the money was left in brown bags underneath bridges. Now it's handed out in NIL deals. I think it makes it a more honest enterprise. But there are some downfalls to it, for sure, in terms of, not with the players getting money. I have zero problem with that. That doesn't affect anything. They should. They generate a lot of money. But in terms of losing the feel, playoff bigger. The one thing that college football has always had that no other sport does is games in the regular season that mean everything. You were here in 2019 when Alabama and LSU played. That was an all or nothing feel game in the regular season. That's gone next year with the 12-team playoff. It's a price to pay. Maybe it's time to pay the price. Maybe that's good for the enterprise overall. Sure. But it does come at a cost, and I think the fans will notice that over the next several years.
He is the host of ESPN's College Game Day, Rece Davis. So great to have you.
Great to have you.
I am merely Mike Dubberly in Tuscaloosa.
He's a star.
Back to you guys.
Big star.
Don't listen to this guy.
Big star.
Don't
Look
trust
at that
him.
face. Camera loves him.